Ready to do this, bro?
I was born ready to do this.
Born ready. All right, guys, what's going on? This is Patrick.
And Adam.
And we are here for your NRW of January 31st. For
January 31st.
You know what? Yeah, we don't need to rewind it back. I got him to back me up. All right, guys. NRW, January 31st. We're here at Painted Visions Comics, Cards, and Games.
I'd like to point out, we're the only ones here.
That is true.
Shame them. Shame them hard.
Giano, Brandy, and Red, you know, some regulars that are on the show now. But Brandy was feeling a little bit under the weather, so Giano and Red are taking care of him.
Giano's become a character these people are expecting to see.
He's our regular cosplay installment.
They're our cosplay enthusiasts.
So much love to them. Hopefully Brandy's getting well, but you guys will see them back on the show. But much love to them.
Quick recovery, pick up the pieces, put them back together.
So, end of the month. A lot of different things happened this month. A lot of cool events were going on. So let's finish it up with what is going down this week.
All right, what's going on?
All right, what's going on right now? A topic that really hit me hard the other day. It was announced this past Monday that Valiant Entertainment, some moving and shaking was going on. Dinesh Shamdasani, who we've had on the show and who I've interviewed quite a bit. You know, I went to the Valiant offices in New York. He's the head cheese over there. He runs their publishing division. And before he started up Valiant with some of his partners, he was in the film world over in LA. And, you know, just one of those really good creative guys. And he was the heart and soul for Valiant. He owned a large percentage of it. And for a while, he and some of the other partners were trying to, like, you know, get the whole movement going with some of the film world stuff. But apparently, I don't think it was moving fast enough for some of the other guys. So DMG, who were part owners, got a more of a larger share, bought Dinesh and some of the other gentlemen out. Peter Cuneo, Gavin Cuneo, two of Dinesh's partners who also used to work at Marvel prior to this. All three of them will now be leaving the company.
It was a hostile takeover, essentially. If you look at the term, it'll make sense.
DMG, I forgot the gentleman's name who heads up DMG, and then Bleedy Cool, a lot of the other comic book podcast websites, you know, came out with some more information. Apparently, DMG is a Chinese-invested company, and the guy who heads that out of LA is selling a lot of that over to the Chinese. And I'm a little concerned from being friends with some of the other staff members and some of the other editors. Some people are still staying with the company into the publishing arm because they still have quite a bit of rollout. I'm sure you've seen, being a retailer, you know, in previews, some of the books that are still planning to hit the shelves. But I'm very concerned. Valiant, as you've been watching the show, that's been my company. I've been reading them a lot more than Valiant and Marvel. They're the third largest comics universe outside of Marvel and DC, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, essentially, yeah. I mean, just because I don't like them doesn't mean. I mean, no slight to them. They put out good books. I mean, they've been trying to help the industry. Actually, they've been offering returnability programs, and to restart launching some of their titles has gotten some people interested. I mean, Exo Man War has actually picked up for us. So now it is a shame to see something like this, but I mean, I guess only time will tell. It's curious to see. My initial reaction is just they're just looking to create some Chinese superheroes just to bolster the Chinese market. Maybe they want to find a market and make it theirs, even though it wasn't originally theirs. Because I mean, I'm sure that their government hates the fact that their people look to our country for entertainment.
Yeah, but if you're a fan, so who knows what the face of this franchise and these characters are going to look like now? So many things have been in the cards and the books, and Dinesh, who has always been a big supporter of this show, and I've been a big. I'm curious where this guy. I will follow that guy into anything because he's a true comics fan at heart and just one of the all around great guys. I'm curious where him and Gavin and Peter are going to go. Maybe we'll see them relaunch another old franchise that kind of went away and will hopefully come back.
People want Static back.
Remember Defiant?
The 3 Milestone.
And Plasm. Remember, I think after Jim Shooter, if you remember, Jim Shooter left Marvel to form Valiant. And then after he left from Valiant, he started Warriors of Plasm. There was a universe called the Defiant Universe. And, maybe he'll come back to them. But, it hit me hard yesterday. I ain't going to lie. Because Dinesh is just a great guy. And they've been doing such a good thing with this universe and these characters. And I've really loved it. And so I'm a little bit disheartened. It affected me.
I understand.
So, yeah. I need to get him to read some more of this Valiant. Then he'll understand how.
Probably not.
Some of the best comics, man, I'm telling you. So, he's a Marvel DC guy, then he's a shill for them.
I like Mighty W too.
True. And Image, there's some great universes out there, but yeah, it's crazy.
There's only room for so many superheroes in my brain.
That is true. Other news. I think you could probably talk a little bit more on this. I only read a couple of the issues, and I only saw the first 2 episodes, but Happy on Sci-Fi has been renewed for a 2nd season. What do you think about that?
Spoiler alert. If you read the book, how the fuck? But I'm happy to hear it. I've only seen the first 2 or 3 episodes myself.
Okay.
Cannot remember the main character's name to save my life right now.
Yeah.
But I always just know him as the guy from Law and Order. And
He's
now I'm
a
watching
great
him
actor.
as the guy in Happy. And it's phenomenal. And Patton Oswalt's voice work.
Yes.
So, all in all, I'm really excited to hear. I'm a little bummed that either they're going to stretch the story or they're going to elaborate or,
Well, we don't know. If you only saw the first 3 episodes, we don't know how the season ended off. So if we're relating it to the comics run, we don't know.
But the comic was only a 5-issue run, so you really can't. It's a miniseries.
Oh.
You really can't drag that beyond the season.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, if it was only 5 issues, I thought it was longer than that.
No, it was a 5-issue miniseries.
Wow.
That was it. It was there to tell you a story.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious because also the fact it's a Grant Morrison story. So, how are they going to draw this out? I don't want them to. The concept of this character is that he's a fallen character.
Yeah, let's give that for the uninitiated. He's a hitman or he's a police officer?
He is a
both?
former detective that is down out in his luck, loves smoking, loves drinking, and now does hired gun work because he's now not a detective anymore.
Yes.
I forget the reasons why, but they do expand. But essentially, he's one of those detectives that got lost in his work. Would take his work home and just never was not on the clock.
Yeah.
So,
but then,
So then all this stuff happens, and then the book starts, or the show starts off with him just doing a regular hit. Then all of a sudden he thinks he's dying, and then what the hell? Why am I seeing a little blue unicorn?
That's what got me.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's the voice of Patton Oswalt, and then I'm going to spoil a little bit more. I think it's made its case apparently clear in the show by now, but come to find out, the horse is his daughter's imaginary friend, and that's the connection. That's why he can see it. Well, at the end of the book, the guys, in the real world, when you're fighting mafia guys and you're getting shot, you're typically not going to be okay at the end of the day. So
yeah, he was kind of superhuman in those first 2 episodes.
Yeah, so
how does he?
In the book, he dies. He dies.
Oh, damn.
At the very end, but he saves his daughter. So it's a fitting end. It's a very fitting Grant Morrison story.
Okay.
Him saving his daughter was his tale of redemption.
Got it.
Now I'm concerned that they're going to try to make him some vigilante style thing if they do a 2nd season.
Yeah.
When that's not what he was about.
Yeah.
Honestly, the book, the entire first 4 issues are him telling the horse to go away. He's not helping.
Yeah.
And then the 5th final issue is when he realizes, oh, there's more than me, and finds out. And then that's when. So he only has 12 pages of being a good guy. So I need to finish watching the series and then see where they leave it off.
Yeah, so curious. Let us know in the comments what
Speaking
you
of
thought.
Sci-Fi, I got to jump and interject.
Go.
Have you watched Channel Zero at all on Sci-Fi?
No. Tell me all about that. Was that based on a comic or is it just his own new
I have no
series?
idea. I didn't know. I was on the Sling and we just clicked on it randomly.
Okay.
It's an anthology style series, so each season's its own story.
Okay.
And so far we're on the second. The 3rd season's about to start. I've watched the 2nd season. It appears each one's 6 episodes.
Okay.
The first one is called Candle Cove, and it's very similar to Slender Man in the way that there was this puppet show that these kids would watch and see that never aired.
That's kind of scary.
On a fixed channel at a fixed time. So the kids just found it when they were watching Static.
Okay, yeah, that's.
And then upon watching this puppet show,
hairs on the back.
we're driven to do something evil. And it was such a weird story. I highly recommend people, if you want something suspenseful and just makes you watch and just crawl, at certain parts you just crawl up the back of the couch. But I got to the 1st season, it was phenomenal.
Yeah?
And now the 2nd season is called The No End House. And it's about a house that just pops up randomly in places, and they call it an art exhibit or thing.
Yeah.
But each room is supposed to mess with you mentally more than the previous room. And at the end of every room, you have an opportunity to leave. And they say most people don't make it past room 4. And anybody that makes it to room 6 is never seen of or never makes it out alive. And the first episode, they just jump, I thought they were 6 episodes. Obviously, each episode's going to be about a room.
Yeah.
No. Instead, this first episode takes you through the story of these 2 girls. And the way it just Okay, that's the end of the episode. Like, if I was watching this weekly and I wasn't able to binge it right now, there's no way I couldn't have gone straight to, like, you have to know what happened. Like, the way they ended this show, I used to be really down on Sci-Fi, but I mean, if this is the kind of material they're putting out with Happy, that's why I decided to give the show a chance. I mean, I understand Sci-Fi is known for their campy, crappy movies.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what they're trying to make. And that's why some people really enjoy these movies, and other people don't, because they don't understand that Sci-Fi is making fun of themselves. So if they're going to do this serious direction and roll out more, heavy projects, they're getting thumbs up, and I'm looking forward to it.
The concept sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
And all I know about the third season is called Butcher's Block, and it showed like somebody like chopping up some meat, eating some raw meat. So I mean, I'm really loving this trend of anthology style stuff. Like, here's one season, and that's all you need.
That's like 6 episodes was a season.
Yeah, that was it. Just 6
so that's easy to digest.
Yeah, that's
hour.
About an hour, so about 45 minutes.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah,
I could digest that, and then
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Check it out, Channel Zero.
Channel Zero. The first season's called Candle Cove. If you watch it, come and talk to me. I want to talk to people about the ending, because the ending was just one of those ones that, like, okay, wasn't expecting that, but God. And also, if you dig creepy children, this is definitely one to watch.
Woo, you know what? That might affect me a little bit more having a little one. Because my daughter does some crazy shit, man. Let me tell you sometimes. Love you, Madison, and I don't let her watch this show.
Well, good.
Because I do have a little bit of language going on.
The fuck are you talking about?
We're careful with the language, motherfucker. So,
but no, it's definitely not for the. It's not for you. I don't know how the wife feels, but I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I highly recommend.
Let me tell you though, my daughter does this weird Children of Corn type shit, and let me know if you parents out there have the same kind of deal. She's 10, but like every now and then at night, she gets up out of bed. And she'll crawl into our bed, and we let her happen. But then we've been like telling her, no, you gotta stay in your bed. But instead of staying in her bed, she'll just be in the hallway.
Just stand in the hallway?
Standing in the hallway, staring. And it freaks my wife the fuck out, because it's like Children of the Corn type shit.
Like she's just standing in your bedroom door?
She's just standing in the center of the door.
Like the door jam?
Door jam, just looking at us. Like this. Creepy as shit.
No. You need to get like a water gun or something, keep it on your nice, like, make sure she reacts or something.
Yeah. So it's a little wild out, man. But yeah, I've never seen it yet. My wife is the one, and she's been telling me these stories. And so she basically, from what I understand, because I'm half asleep, she wakes me up. I actually get up, put her to bed, and then I come back to bed.
Hey,
but it's happened quite a bit.
As long as the dog's not freaking out, then you should be safe. Once the dog starts getting a little nervous around Madison,
what's the deal here?
Maybe she just watched Candle Cove.
Just. But yeah, straight up Children of the Corn stuff. You have me intrigued by that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's really good, dude.
So I'm gonna keep it on TV. Did you watch Gotham at all? I kind of fell off after the last season.
So Gotham, I watched the first season.
Okay.
And I actually really enjoyed the first 8 episodes. Mm-hmm. And then, a lot of people know, a lot of people don't know, first season of Gotham was extended. So, when a show is extended, that means, hey, we're ordering 4 more episodes right now.
Rewrite.
Well, not necessarily a rewrite, just give us more.
Yeah.
Well, they've already wrapped production 8 months ago, so now you're telling them to give you 4 more episodes. Yeah, those 4 episodes sucked. So, that's what lost me. I never got back into season 2.
They didn't bring you back in?
No.
Okay.
Also, I was... those last 4 episodes lost me so hard because that's when the show was trying to decide, is this a show about baby Bruce Wayne or about Gotham? Yeah. And in my opinion, this was a Jim Gordon Gotham show. I didn't want any Bruce Wayne in it. I wanted him gone.
Yeah, I wanted more Gordon.
And I've heard that towards later seasons he's growing and I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't want that. I get when that's fine that they're going towards, but I mean, just I didn't need to see the little young whiny Bruce.
So with the whole premise behind it. Again, it was 2 shows at one time. We didn't know if it was a Gordon Gotham show or Bruce Wayne Gotham show.
Also, we didn't know if it was period piece or current day.
So, with that being said, I'll bring that into the announcement that was made. They're making a Metropolis show pre-Superman, featuring Lois Lane and Lex Luthor and that whole kind of universe pre-Superman. Being written and produced by the same people behind Gotham. They ordered 13 episodes, and it's going to debut on DC's new subscription service.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I think everybody doing a subscription service is really not good. I'm actually waiting for the day that, I'm sorry, I was about to say this really weird thing. That our cable companies can come out and say, I'm the hero. Here's every channel under one package again. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. Cable's just going to bite the bullet, lose some money for a little bit, just like get it all under one umbrella again.
Yeah.
But no, I think that if they learned their lessons from Gotham, which they appear to have done, that they could take this and do a very interesting story, because there are a lot of compelling people in Superman storylines, not Superman.
There was a Lois Lane comic book way back when.
Yeah.
They just focused all on Lois Lane and her dealings in Metropolis.
Yeah, and if they're smart, they'll throw a little Lana in there, get a little tech fight.
Oh, nice.
But no, I mean, I think that could be good. Now the question is, are they going to tie this into their CW verse?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
The movie verse, its own separate verse. Because I mean, we got the Teen Titans show coming on that streaming service too. Like,
that's true.
Are they going to slowly move all their CW titles to this platform? Like, what are they creating a third universe? Which honestly, if they create a third universe, I'm okay with. Because DC, DC knows how to handle a multiverse.
But there's also a fourth universe, because apparently the Black Lightning series that is on CW is its own verse. They're calling it Lightningverse. I don't know if you've been seeing these musings on, because apparently we're hoping to get some of the milestone characters in that. And then, Arrowverse is Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow. Gotham is its own verse. Yeah. They can't merge those. So now, this would be a whole nother verse. Multiverse again. In TV form. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
As long as they can find a way to keep their verses balanced, it allows them to do some of these really cool crossover
Or maybe
stories.
Metropolis and Gotham will be kind of in the same verse.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I'm curious who they'll cast and how to be. I'm okay with it. I'll be interested. I can't go wrong with superhero shows. As a superhero fan, as a fan of pop culture, and hell, we're in a comic book shop right now. We love this shit, so we're gonna check it out.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. So I mean, it may not be for me, but I'm sure it'll be for somebody.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on to what's dropping this week. I'm going to kick it off as we always do in our rundown. What is coming out on Blu-ray and DVD? Some films that I didn't catch in movie theaters. I'm curious if you caught them at all.
Let's see what you got.
First up, we have Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman, the biopic of the whole story behind Wonder Woman. The creator of Wonder Woman, a man by the name of William Moulton Marston. You want to go into detail a little bit more about it?
I don't remember much. I know a little bit,
yeah.
But I know that this guy had a bit of a sexual proclivity.
A polyamorous relationship. And Dr. William Moulton Marston, played by Luke Evans, details how his beloved superhero was inspired by his polyamorous relationship with his wife Rebecca Hall and a younger student who became their lover, played by Bella Heathcote. An unconventional arrangement in 1940s America that, if exposed, could have ended his career. It's written and directed by Angela Robinson. I didn't catch it in theaters, but very interesting. I will say, though, that Christy Marston, who's a friend of mine on Facebook and the daughter of William Moulton Marston, wasn't too pleased with this portrayal, and she's gone online and said that wasn't the relationship. But there's a lot of other people that also said that this was there.
All I have to say, to play a little bit devil's advocate here, that's the daughter, correct?
Yeah.
Have you told your daughter everything you did?
No. Exactly.
I rest my case.
Exactly. So I kind of go both ways there,
But I do want to watch it now, just based on, I'm sure you've watched it, but on Hulu and Netflix and AMC. There's been so much good recent comic historian style shows.
Robert Kirkman's show on AMC, The Secret History of Comics, actually covered this whole relationship deal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then also on Hulu, they had the Batman and Bill thing where they explained. But that history of comics, just people learning about, yes, these are just characters, but where they come from. The fact, yes, Wonder Woman was created in the 40s.
Yeah.
People had way more important things to do than figure out some character. Yeah. Go back to did you watch that Robert Kirkman show?
I did.
Okay, but go back to the Siegel and Schuster episode. They talk about Superman.
Yes.
About how their first attempt, they made Superman the bad guy of the story, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And things. So, there are fascinating stories behind the stories.
Yeah. And can you believe we're living in a day and age now as fanboys that wanted to see these characters on screen, and we're getting it now in abundance. But now we're also getting the biopics on the creators themselves, and so I'm all about it.
The big thing I'm all about, I'm happy that a lot of these people that were uncredited for so much of their lives are finally getting. And it's not like they were asking for much. They just want to say, hey, acknowledge I did something.
Hell yeah.
And all of you bosses out there, just tell your employees, give them a pound job. Good job.
Yeah. So I'm curious, and I'm looking forward to seeing this film now. So yeah, Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman out on Blu-ray and DVD. Catch it at your local shop. Next up, I never saw any of these. Curious how you feel about them. Tyler Perry's Boo 2 of Medea Halloween. Medea returns Tyler Perry along with Bam, played by Cassie Davis, and Hattie, Patrice Lovely. They head to a campground where a group of teens are partying on Halloween, but chaos ensues when it turns out that the area is haunted by ghouls, written and directed by Tyler Perry. A Tyler Perry film, y'all.
I've never watched one.
Me neither.
But I've heard that they're surprisingly entertaining.
Yeah, I have heard the same.
But I'm going to go out and say it. Feel free to lambast me when I say it. I feel guilty as a white guy watching a Medea movie.
Why is that?
Because I don't feel like it's made for me.
And I will say, as a person of color, I feel we're also, why are we lampooning ourselves and making ourselves these characters like that?
Yeah, because I know especially like in Black Hollywood, there's that big conspiracy theory of there can't be a big black actor until they put him in a dress.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it to Martin Lawrence. They did it to Eddie Murphy. Like
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, but Tyler Perry made a whole career out of that.
And Tyler Perry has made that character, rode that character, and has also, I mean, did you see his Saturday Night Live skit he did when he did the opening as Medea?
No.
Oh my God, you gotta find it. You should put it in this. It's so funny. But yeah, there's this one point where somebody says, "Oh, your name's Medea," and he's like, "That's Medea. Last name, you're not getting it because I got charges." But so
yeah,
he's a great delivery guy. So I think I just need to like just get over it and just watch one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even watching him in his serious roles, like that guy has range.
Oh, totally.
I mean, as much as I hate the movie Gone Girl, he's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I only hate it because my girlfriend's watched it like 3 times in one day.
I'd be worried, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Katie, much love, girl. But yeah. Oh, man.
There's a shade with
4
drones.
times.
I mean, that's probably a little, but she definitely watched it multiple times in a week.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, and I don't have a shed that I know
I'm going to be
about.
looking at you all different next time I'm over at Amazing. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, I've read and seen some interviews that, you know, Tyler Perry did that because that was the audience and the universe and in the world, but he's been able to parlay that into these other serious roles and do some other films that he really wants to do. So, you know, you can balance it, and who better if you want to laugh at yourself, but just at the same time, it's just kind of awkward. It's weird.
But also, he could be taking the power out of them laughing.
That's true.
Because I'm very big on the proponent that, I mean, too many people get offended and upset by things that don't matter.
Yes.
And ultimately, if I say something to you, only you can get offended.
Yeah.
Other people can be offended for you, but they have no reason to.
Exactly.
So maybe that's the other reason. He's like, hey, he's laughing his ass to the bank cashing these checks.
Very true.
I'm sure if I was going to pay as much as he would, I'd put on 3 dresses.
Well said. We'll leave it at that. I like that. Next up, Last Flag Flying. This one, you're going to have to pull out the tissues, man. And actually, I think somebody's calling it to pick up those tissues
Pause.
now. We're going to pause on this one and be right back with you.
Picking up on Flag Flying.
Yes, The Last Flag Flying. Bring out the tissues. In the spiritual sequel to the 1973 film, The Last Detail, Larry Doc Shepard, played by Steve Carell. So Steve Carell doing a dramatic turn, which I think he's got that good range. Good recruits fellow Vietnam veteran Sal Nealon, played by Bryan Cranston, and Richard Mueller, played by Lawrence Fishburne, to accompany him to Arlington Cemetery after the death of his son in the Iraq War. But when Doc decides to bury his son at home against government protocol, the men find themselves on a reflective adventure. J. Quentin Johnson and Deanna Reed Foster co-star. Directed and co-wrote. It's based on the novel the film is based on. It's directed by Richard Linklater and co-wrote the script with Daryl Ponsikin, who authored the novel the film is based on. All right, Last Flag Flying, real heavy. Being a prior military guy, when you serve, you get to be buried at Arlington Cemetery. But then, what if you don't want to be buried there, and the family chooses to bury you on property? And then, my dad's a Vietnam vet, and then you get your buddies. You know, there's that bond, that kinship, and you want to bring it home. That's heavy, man. Just like I said, bring out the tissues.
I mean, that's preference.
Yeah.
If they're not letting it be preference, then I mean,
if the family should have its choice.
Yeah, bottom line.
That seriously.
But from what I smell about this movie is laden with agenda.
Yeah.
Anti-war agenda.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, war's not good, but it's a necessary. It's a thing that's going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully it's a good movie. It's got a stellar cast.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, it's going to be a very heavy story. So, that is definitely one to watch when you're ready for a nice solid evening.
Yeah. And while it may have an agenda, it provokes the thinking because there's a lot of these films that, you could go other way. It just provides enough venue that some people may not think.
No,
You know? But yeah, pull out the tissues on that one. Another awesome movie that I saw that's coming out, Tragedy Girls. I don't recall this hit in the theaters, but when I saw who was in it, quite intrigued.
My face should explain it all.
Yes.
All right, what you got?
High school bestie Sadie, played by Brianna Hildebrand. Do you know who Brianna Hildebrand is?
Nope.
Deadpool 2, or Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. The partner of Colossus.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her. What's
TJ
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah.
Was Brianna Hildebrand.
Okay.
She plays Sadie in this, along with Michaela, who's played by Alexandra Shipp, the new Storm in the X-Men First Class.
Okay.
Movies. So we're getting Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Storm teaming up.
Hey, and they're in the same universe.
I know, right?
Again.
They both become amateur sleuths and track a vicious serial killer in an attempt to boost their social media popularity. So they go after a vicious serial killer, and when the ploy is a wild success, they then turn to murdering people themselves in order to maintain their newfound fame. So they stop this killer bad guy. It's this whole new internet society, bro. The whole IG thing. It's, combining those things. And it also features Craig Robinson, who I love, sexual chocolate. Josh Hutcherson, who you know from Hunger Games. Kevin Durand. Wasn't he in the original X-Men movies? Wasn't he one of those guys? The big Irish guy?
I don't know.
He played the Unstoppable. No, I don't know if it was Juggernaut.
No, Juggernaut.
But he was another character. And also Jack Quaid, directed by Tyler McIntyre. But the concept of...
Well, the fact that got Craig Robinson in it means it's obviously supposed to be a comedy.
Yes, it's a horror comedy.
Okay, I mean...
Time frame.
It's a Friday night with the friends, have a couple beers, and just laugh at the screen.
And, I think Brianna, it'll be interesting to see Brianna more than just, be on the phone and text. See her,
It's a movie about social media. Why do you think she's going to be on her phone?
That she will be doing a lot of that. I didn't even think about that.
One of her friends like, no!
Along with Storm.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe she'll execute somebody.
What do you think, if in real life, if we heard about some, there's a bunch of serial killer IG people or YouTubers around here doing some shit like that. Interesting concept?
Unfortunately, the people that are interested in social media fame don't have enough gumption to get off their ass.
And they'd be caught quickly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on, look at Logan Paul, for Christ's sakes.
Moving on.
Next.
But it looks like I think I'm a Redbox out.
Okay.
I'm a Redbox out.
And then he'll leave it in the car for like a week and it'll cost him $10.
Luckily, I haven't done that yet. Another interesting film that I saw coming out, Rendell Dark Vengeance.
How many bad movies are coming out on DVD this week?
It's a European, it's from Finland. A Finnish superhero, a mass vigilante, Rendell, seeks for revenge and fights against Vala, the huge criminal organization. That's all that I got. But it's from Finland, so they decided to bring that movie over here. The costume looks kind of cool, kind of Spanish. Okay. All black, though. But
the only movie I want to see from that part is Troll Hunters, but I've never seen it yet.
I think I saw that. That was a big monster.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was alright. And as well, coming out on DVD, Steven Universe, the whole complete first season is out on DVD. If you didn't watch it on TV, now you get the whole first season. You can binge.
Yes, you can watch it. All the weird belly buttons with the gems.
Yeah, the gems and everything.
Yeah, I don't do it, but I know people who do, so all power to you.
So, that's what's out on Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy. Check it out. And my man over here is going to get into the gaming. Go ahead, Adam.
So we got 3 games that come out this week. None of them matter unless you're playing Monster Hunter. So we got UFC 3. Didn't know those games still came out. But I wonder, let's see. We got UFC, Take Your Fights to the Octagon, UFC 3. Ooh, there's a GOAT mode. That's the greatest of all times for all you non-sports people.
But didn't they have like a goat game? Remember that one
Goat
time?
Simulator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an actual game.
What if you could take goats into the Octagon? That would be cool.
Maybe.
I think a goat could take, what's his name that went against Floyd? I think he's the cover guy on there. Yeah, a goat versus McGregor. What do you think?
Okay, so career mode to hype fights, fuel rivalries, and train fighters. You got single player to unlock challenges. Let's see, real motion tech. Let's see what else. You can create fights inspired by McGregor, Silva, Demetrius Johnson. That's a fighter right there. Mighty Mouse Johnson. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure this is also the first one Joe Rogan's not doing his voiceover work for.
Oh, that's sad.
I believe
like Joe.
I love Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's the man.
Yeah.
But so we're getting another UFC.
One of my favorite podcasts.
It's the best podcast besides ours. But yeah, so UFC 3. If you guys are into that ground and pound submission style game, get in there. Next, we got Railway Empire. Stake your territory when you play Railway Empire for the Xbox One. This building game takes you back to the race to the west to build your own transcontinental railroad. Sounds thrilling.
This sounds boring as fuck.
A selection of 40 rail cars. 40! Oh my god, I didn't know there were 40 different rail cars. Lets you create a custom line of transportation while building shops and train stations. Gives you a way to create bustling railroad towns along the way. Featuring unique planning mode, this game puts you in the role of engineers, developers, and real estate magnate. Okay. But if you're into those simulation style games, this is actually something Katie would love.
Really?
Yeah, she loves like Roller Coaster Tycoon and all those weird buildings. I need a game with
kind of like the Sim City type build
so
games.
I mean, if you enjoy those management style games, that's fine. I manage for 50 hours a week. I do enough of that. So I'd rather, go hunt some monsters or play Dragon Ball and fight some people. I mean, come on. And by the way, I had no idea TM's such a badass. But moving on.
I just gotta know, as an Asian, are we gonna have real life Chinese too to help you build that railroad all the way out to the west? Oh, anyway, just saying. That's how a lot of this got.
That is true. Hey, I did see a picture of a book where they decided to say that when the Europeans came to America, the Native Americans decided to move out west to make more room for the new colonies.
I saw that. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
I mean, yes, they moved with a foot up their ass. Okay, so back to the third game.
Fake news.
Sorry,
Fake news.
me and Patrick get distracted.
Fake news.
All right, Dissidia Final Fantasy. I believe this is a Final Fantasy fighting smash and grab game. So let's see what it has to say.
Okay.
All right, in partnership with Team Ninja, people that did hold on, Ninja Gaiden. There we go. Impossibly hard game. And Komi Tecmo Games. Let's see. Square Enix presents Dissidia Final Fantasy NT as a new and refreshing experience, a team-based brawler. All right, I was on it.
Okay.
All right, combining seamless gameplay, Final Fantasy characters, and breathtaking world from the past 30 years of the franchise. So what they're doing here is they're taking all the different characters from all different games and putting them into one. It's not a story-driven game, but it's a game that's utilizing all these characters that they've built.
Fighting game with those characters.
A fighting brawling style game. So it's going to be a little bit of fighting, but brawling style would be more like Dynasty Warriors.
Where it's that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So so let's see over here. You're going to be able to go online, play against other people with the renowned bravery combat system. Allows you to choose from 20 legendary characters using a 3v3 arena. Call forth the summons. I mean, come on. You can't go. You gotta have the summons. We got Ifrit, we got Shiva, and of course we got Odin and his Knights of the Round Table. If the Knights aren't there, I'm out.
They were involved with that. I don't know much about Final Fantasy.
So all right, we'll help Patrick. Final Fantasy VII, the best one ever. There was a nice summon material. It was called Knights of the Round Table. When you did it, it gave you a nice cutscene.
Did you have King Arthur and everything?
I mean, there was a table, and also next thing you know, you had these 12 knights from the heavens just throwing shit down and fucking people up. Good games.
Cool.
To dominate the opposing
like the
side.
concepts.
Yeah, this is not your average fighter. This is fantasy. Your fight. Enter the arena. Early 2008. Ooh, PlayStation Plus membership needed.
It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, I see that. I didn't mention that anywhere on here, but I mean, I kind of figured being Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But it's going to be PlayStation exclusive. I'm really concerned about this game, though.
What's that?
So, Dragon Ball Fighters Z just launched on Friday.
Yes. I heard that's pretty dope.
That's a phenomenal game. I'm really not into fighting games. I love this game.
Really?
It's got a really low...
The graphics, from what I look like you're actually playing the cartoon.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. Yeah, the graphics look as amazing as they show. But I used to love fighting games, but I suck at them. So this has a really low floor to get in.
Oh, really?
So it's really easy to learn. It's not that hard.
I'm happy about that, because same as you. It's been a minute.
The most complicated button directions you have to do with your thumbstick is quarter circles. That's
okay.
It. And it's never like quarter circle, hit 12 buttons. It's like quarter circle, one button. It's very simple commands. The trick is chaining these commands together. So that's how the combo
system. Is it
system
in the Redbox, do you know?
I think it might be. I think it might be a Redbox. But I did buy it. Just because I knew which people were playing it, and I was curious. But it's also a 3v3 style game, like the old Marvel vs. Capcom.
Are you happy with the purchases still? Because there's certain games I'd rather rent it than buy it.
I'm very happy with it.
Okay.
Very happy. I was a little nervous at first, but then I found my team, so I did much better with it. Because of course, just like all fighting games, you got to find the characters that jive with you. But this being another 3v3 game, I mean. That just came out, but it being a Final Fantasy brawler, you're going to get some of those dedicated JRPG guys anyway.
Yeah.
And this is Dragon Ball, so it's a completely different franchise. So the Final Fantasy franchise doesn't really have much to worry about, but I'm curious to see what the game's going to be. So I'm sure it'll be fun and pretty to look at either way.
Awesome, sounds good.
Yeah. So those are the big games this week, and now, so now we're going to talk about movies this week. This one,
A lot of movies coming out?
no, one of note.
Okay.
Now, granted. I was all movies, but then Patrick said Winchester. I said, ooh, it's a fun little town. He's like, no, it's about the gun. I said, the family has a pretty interesting story. He goes, the movie's about the family. Oh, is it about Winchester Mansion? And yes, it is. So, do you know about Winchester Mansion? Okay, most of you said no. Winchester Mansion is, so there's crazy old widow Winchester. Winchester is the gun that won the South, or the one won the West. So, she feels that with the enormous amount of people that his company's guns killed, that she believes every soul killed is now haunting their family. So she then builds a house that Penn and Teller would love. And this house, so you open a door. Oh shit! I'm now looking off the third story as it's just a straight fall. Yeah. Door. Open another door. There's just a concrete wall behind it. You open a door and all of a sudden you're looking at a staircase that goes nowhere. Or you have staircases that go nowhere. Doors that will lead to different rooms, different times of days. And what it is she secretly got this house built to confuse and make the spirits get lost in her own house so she could be safe.
Yeah.
So, that's what this movie's going to be about. But it's PG-13.
Totally based on a true story. Because I remember this... I first was exposed to the story on Unsolved Mysteries way back when.
Okay.
That's how old I am. Unsolved Mysteries. Young Jen probably haven't heard of that.
Oh,
it was a great series. It was awesome. You get these crazy unexplained stories and stuff.
God, I'm really mad I can't do the impression of that guy right now.
Robert Stack?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, the theme to Unsolved Mysteries was the scariest shit ever. You play the theme, I'm like, no, mama! So scared. But yeah, that's where I learned about this. Mary Winchester was her name.
I believe. Let's see.
Yeah, she just, because of all the people killed, I think like a Indian woman put like a hex on that family because they've killed so many. It helped through the Civil War. Just that is the world's most famous rifle.
Yeah, with the Winchester Repeater. That's the
one.
That's the one that you guys see in all your classic westerns where the guy fires and clicks it out. And the funny thing is, in today's age, people talk about semi-automatic guns and stuff. You ain't seen how fast some people can fire that thing.
Oh yeah.
It's absurd.
Which made those old...
Oh, that was the problem.
Western movies awesome.
Yeah, but now you have these guys that, you're used to seeing. You got 6 shooters were the most somebody had. Now they got like 12 rounds at distance. And so, yeah. It's an incredible, fascinating story. Unfortunately...
I can't believe it's PG-13.
That means it's going to suck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. PG-13 horror movies don't pan out.
I'm curious which way they're going. Is it like a horror film because it's that whole spiritual angle, or
this should be
dramatic?
It should be a psychological thriller
Yeah.
with this woman going through visual and auditory hallucinations nonstop.
Because I'm telling you, that story piece on Unsolved scared the fuck out of me. Like it's ripe as a writer, and it is that's so much creative content.
Oh yeah.
Like wow.
And of course, the innocent one is one that gets haunted because he's dead.
So I'm intrigued by it, but I don't know if I'll be heading to the theater this Friday.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, in the past decade of horror movies, if it's not rated R, I'm not going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it to be on Sci-Fi.
Yeah. There's still a ton of, if you still want to head to the theater, there's still a lot of movies out there. Shape of Water, again, you've heard me talk about it. I love it. One of my favorite film. I'm really hoping it
I heard that
gets all really the Oscars. 3 billboards over Ebbing, Missouri. That was
I wanted to see
delightful. That. I loved it. Great film. Dark comedy, really good.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sam Rockwell.
Did you hear about what was the lead actress in that movie?
Frances McDormand.
Did you hear about her Golden Globe speech?
No, I didn't hear about her Golden Globe speech. Actually, no, I did see it.
But yeah. she had the best one-liner at the end. She was like, all right, guys, and remember, all of the rookies need nice doorstops, too. So, she comes out of nowhere again. And she points out that she goes into hiding for years, comes out, makes a hit, and everybody loves her, but she doesn't care.
Yeah,
she doesn't.
She's awesome. She's one of our generation's best actors. She originally from Fargo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's kind of, Three Billboards is kind of a Fargo-esque movie. She really inhabits those kind of Midwestern, real characters. Yeah. So, not much in theaters, but there's other films out there.
That's it.
You got some games you can, I'm curious in that Dragon Ball game, and now it's Final Fantasy game. I really didn't get on Final Fantasy because of the whole role-playing style element. I'm okay with that, but not too.
If you're secretly a Dragon Ball fanboy and you're looking for a fighting game, pick up Z Fighters. Yeah. I'm sorry, Fighter Z.
Yeah. Not really a Dragon Ball guy, but the trailers got me because it looks like you're playing the cartoon or whatever. And I wasn't a fan of cartoon, but it just looks beautiful. It does look beautiful. And there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of content, and there's a lot of good comic books. You could do that. only real event that I have to talk about this weekend, even though we're here at Painted Visions, over at Third Eye, we have there are friends over in Maryland, and so they're not competing with us here in Virginia.
It's not cheating if it's a zip code.
Exactly. Shout out to our friends over at Third Eye. They're going to have our good friend Tom King, who is killing it over on Batman, but he's also doing Swamp Thing. They're doing a special Swamp Thing signing over at Third Eye in Annapolis. So check out Tom and...
What Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing. You know the Swamp Thing?
Oh, that's right. Well, wait, it's not out yet, though, is it?
Well, they're doing a signing. I guess it's out.
Maybe he got...
You would know. I guess they're doing a special. Because you're the comic retailer.
I'm going to look into this.
Why is Third Eye getting the advance release on Swamp Thing? Yeah.
Oh, they're Third Eye. That's why.
Biggest store out there in Maryland. So shout out to them. Go see our buddy Tom. Get your book signed up. And we'll be doing our show over at our sister shop, Amazing Comic Shop, next week. So we'll be back with more content. And again, we're going to keep on rolling out a ton of interviews that we still have from Baltimore and New York, and all of our DC and DC stuff is out there. We talked to a lot of good folks. And then I'll hopefully be back over here with Adam, Gianno, and Brandy and Red if they're all healthy and having some more fun, man. So any other parting words?
No, just remember that Katie watches.
Oh, I know. Pray for him. Katie, I'm going to be looking at you all kinds of weird now because 4 times in 1 week, gone girl? Bruh. Katie. Much love. Adam, Patrick, you out of here, buddy?
I'm out.
I'm going to make sure he's safe. I'm going to give him my numbers in case Katie does something crazy.
If you don't see me in 2 weeks, guys, call for help.
Thank you.